Ahmad will be more than just a doctor. He'll be a physician. He'll be a leader. And there are differences. There are people who think of being a doctor as sort of being a technician sometimes. And we can evolve into that. But we really are healers if we are doing it right. So that we we heal people's hearts, we heal their minds, we heal their souls. And Ahmad has that quality, as do many of his students. We have a great bunch of young men and women who are coming up and who will replace those of us who've been in. So I expect great things from Ahmad. I've only seen the very best out of him, and I think he will epitomize what medicine should be. So when he was here, he went to the office with me. We would see both new patients and patients that were coming back and follow up. So he saw people who were coming in not knowing what their diagnosis was going to be, how we arrived at that diagnosis, and also then how we gave that information to the patients in such a way that they could understand what they had. We try to do it in a way that we never take away hope, but that we also don't give people false hope. And that's sort of the art of medicine, is how are you honest and transparent, but not demoralizing. So he got to see some of that. In the operating room, he got to see how we address things and some of the newest technology. So we're using robotic technology to minimize our incisions and all. So he got to see how we address things in a way that I think is cutting edge right now. And then afterwards, he got to see how we talked to people and coached people through their recovery process so that they benefited from what they had.
So when I first walked in my first day, I was, expecting like this crazy atmosphere of, everything's just happening at once. But I got in there and it was just really calm and everyone knew what they were doing. And I realized that it's not just the doctor that's working. Like, it's not the doctor doing everything. There are a lot of support roles to a doctor, and I didn't realize that until I went into the operating room for the first time. And there's a scrub tech, there's a physician's assistant, there's RNs, there's CRNAs. So it was really nice to see that it's much more of a team than it is an individual. And so to see that, I was just like, wow, this is something that I really want to do, because you're working together to have one goal of treating the patient and making sure that patient is healthy at the end of the day.
How did your experience at Athens and the Health Sciences Academy did it help you with a little bit of a foundation? At least you knew some of the terminology and maybe didn't feel quite as overwhelmed as somebody who hadn't had that experience.
So yeah, definitely. So whenever they would talk to each other, I'd pick up on some things. And Dr. Harr would ask me questions like while he was, I remember one time he was cutting into someone's chest and he was like, what muscle am I cutting into right now? And I believe it was the latissimus dorsi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so it was nice to have that foundation, because I didn't feel completely stupid, but I had a good idea of what was going on. So to do this in high school is you're doing something that not a lot of high school students are doing, and so to shadow a surgeon is just like, wow, I now I'm more solid and I know what I want to do. So I can aim appropriately towards a good pre-med goal and a good medical school, and now I have a good idea of what kind of residency I want to do. So it really helps you aim in the right direction of where you want to go.
The thing that I've taken from the students from Athens Drive that is most encouraging and heartwarming is when I went over and visited. I walked in, I heard several different languages being spoken. I saw people interacting appropriate. I saw diversity at its best. I saw learning at its best. You go in the learning lab with the virtual anatomy machine. I saw instructors who knew their students and could tell me their strengths and weaknesses. And then when they came here, it's not just about what your head has in it, it's what your heart has in it. And they're made of the right stuff. So it's a real privilege to get to work with them.